For those trading ideas, Amisha, Hemant, good morning to both of you once again. Amisha, if I look at the market, what really amazes me is the entire contrast. VIX is at a record low, which means everyone is confident. Nobody is, nobody feels there is risk to the market. But if I look at a stock like JP Associates or a GMR or a GVK, these stocks are up 50 to 100% in less than 1 month. So price action in some of these leverage companies an indication of markets open to take risk, and low volatility means that market has a lot of complacency.
I agree that market has a lot of complacency here and maybe to some extent globally too. And at 10,000 and around, I am getting little nervous to make fresh buying and feel like wanting to wait for a little correction time or point wise, but also that some of the news flow continues to be so positive, and particularly Indian market, as all of us know, has been continuing on macro, and we've been waiting for earnings, and I know someday earnings growth will come, earnings are there. So remains to be seen, but yes, I am getting little cautious for fresh buying at this juncture.
Okay. Amisha, come in on Yes Bank. Good numbers, and the contrast in the banking or the private banking space continues. Axis Bank is struggling, but Yes Bank continues to deliver.
No, but Axis Bank is, the retail lending side did grow. It's a corporate book which is struggling, suffering, or rather degrowing, and that's a very realistic picture which is reflected. So that is positive. And Yes Bank, the space being where they are, I think continues to throw extremely good numbers, and to a great extent in terms of NPA also. Quarter after quarter, the doubts or whatever is there in the minds of the investor is getting resolved, I would say. So yes, right now the going is very good for Yes Bank. And Axis Bank might have to wait and watch before the corporate book cleans up completely, as also the overall capex cycle starts recovering.
Okay, so Amisha, back to you. As a house, give me a list of, if not 3, but at least 2 new ideas which you've initiated in last 15 days.
So whether we have initiated, we have met, and we are upgrading, all combined, we think that for 1.5 years plus kind of a view on a sustainable basis, JK Tyre is shaping up very well. We think that the acquisition which they made is turning around. Their capex cycle is coming to almost close to an end, and with the free cash that they would be generating, the debt will gradually keep coming down. So that looks very interestingly poised, and this quarter will be slowed down because of both GST and rubber prices. So will provide good entry point for medium to long term investors. And the other idea which we actually initiated is a company called Trident, which is into bed, bath and exports, where we think once again the capex cycle is completely over. They are generating free cash, and the debt is very marginal at something like below 1:1. I think almost 0.8:1. So once again leaves very good possibilities of both increasing margin, increasing free cash flow, and re-rating in turn.
Okay. Well, apart from JK Tyre, Trident is the other one which Amisha was referring to. So Amisha, we won't get into Harvard marks, we won't get into FANG stocks. Let's talk about Indian IT companies. Are we reaching that curve in the market where one should start buying IT? Whatever has gone wrong for the top 4-5 names.
So I think that, in terms of cash flow and valuation, it's looking very attractive. In terms of business growth, it has gone into a slow growth mode for sure. Even if the visa and relevant cost adjustments would have been there in this quarter and it may not worsen further, the speed or the growth will continue to be little muted as compared to what it used to be for them in the past or what typically an investor would like to have. So I would say if one has reasonably good patience and wants to put a part of the portfolio with a reduced risk in terms of any correction in the market, then IT should start, one should start putting little money into IT again.
Okay, Amisha, thanks so much for taking the time out and joining in. Let you go on that note, and good to get in your views on the show as always. That's Amisha Vora from Prabhudas Lilladher.